everyone, I am Anika. Welcome back, and today we are kicking off this brand new year with a much needed workshop organization project. Meet my sandpaper storage. So you can see it's a mess. I always throw in these half-used discs in here because I'm going to use them again, but then when it's actually time to use them, I can't find the right one and I open a new one, and it's always hard to reach in and actually find what I want. It's just a big mess. So here's the plan. I want to build something that I can put up on the wall and have each of the grits of the sanding discs easily visible. I can store sanding discs, sanding blocks, sanding sheets, and hopefully the sander itself as well. Let's get building. I recently got a new camera and I'm still getting a hang of it, so I apologize for the out of focus footage. But basically, I cut up a 2-foot by 4-foot sheet of plywood on my table saw. As always, I have the full cut list and detailed step-by-step plans, and I will add a link to that in the description below. I then took it over to my miter saw to make the cross cuts. As I was making the cuts, I realized that I was getting way too many splinters in the cross cuts and I really needed a new blade. But my local store was out of stock and I really did not want to wait on this project. So I decided to use some masking tape to cover the cut line. And that made a huge difference in getting clean cuts. So you could probably build this with scrap plywood that you already have in your workshop. Now I was just a little bit short, so I did end up purchasing a sheet and ripping it up on my table saw. But it is built such that you could easily accommodate all the parts that you need for this in about a 1/4 sheet of plywood. So a 2 by 4 foot plywood sheet will give you everything you need to build this. Let's get building. I wanted an angle on the sides of my organizers, so I measured and marked the cut line on the side pieces, clamped both of them together, and cut it out using a jigsaw. I am using a top and bottom cut jigsaw blade to get clean cuts in the plywood, and I talked about this in my how to use a jigsaw video, so I highly recommend you take a look at that. Now to assemble. I attached the bottom of the organizer using pocket hole screws and wood glue. You could use nails and screws for the bottom, but I really wanted the bottom to be sturdy, so I decided to use some pocket holes. And these pocket holes will be hidden on the bottom of the organizer anyway. And if you're looking for more information on how to use pocket holes, I have a whole Pocket Hole 101 section on my website, including a video course. And I will add a link to that in the description below. Now, let's put the shelves together. I measured and marked the spacing for the shelves, and the bottommost shelf is going to house my sanders, so I used that as a guide on how high I wanted it. I am using trim head screws to attach these shelves. I love these trim head screws because they are screws, but they have little tiny heads which almost look like nail heads once they are in. These are self-tapping and self-countersinking, and I really just love these. But if you wanted, you could use regular wood screws. All you need to do is pre-drill and countersink them. Now you could always use a dado stack on your table saw and create rabbets to use 1/4-inch plywood and create adjustable shelves. But as always, I wanted to keep my project approachable and simple enough that anyone can approach it. Even if you don't have a table saw, you could actually build this using 1x6 boards because the dimensions are such. The top shelf is where I'm going to be organizing all of my sanding discs. So I added a front apron, which is plywood here, but they're actually the same dimension as 1x2 boards, so you could totally use that. Now the back support. This is what's going to attach directly to the wall, and I wanted this super strong, so I used pocket holes to attach it to the back. I am attaching this directly onto the wall, which is why this is inset. But if you have a French cleat wall, you can attach a French cleat right here. Finally, I cut up some 3/4 inch and 1/4 inch plywood to create dividers. These are really tight fitting, so I did not glue them down because that way I can even move them around at a later date if I need to. And then I attached it onto the wall using 3-inch long screws directly into the studs. That is it. It is time to load it up. I had a little fun with my label maker, and now I have a perfectly organized sandpaper holder, and it also holds my sanders as well. My only regret is not building this sooner because it's so much more easier and convenient to use. As always, I have the full detailed plans linked in the description below. I have lots and lots of more projects coming up soon. If you remember, you saw the big pile of plywood behind me at the beginning. So if you aren't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And in the meantime, here are some other projects that you might like, and I will see you next time. Bye.